So it's midday here in Ventnor. I'm going to have a quick walk using the Lark M1 microphone this time. I haven't got any microphone at the moment, but tell me if the sound quality is any good. So I think I'm now using the microphone. It's not always that obvious when it's actually on, but hopefully it's on now. And hopefully the sound quality is a bit better. I must put the windshield on, I think. Okay, so the little light on the microphone goes green when it's on, and it appears to be on now, so let's have a walk. Being followed by a carrion crow, one of the ones I regularly feed. Smart looking bird you are, very handsome. So I'll get better light on you. On Bath Road at the moment. So there's been something's been done here because the two metal containers have been shifted. Don't know who did that, but still no sign of the wall actually being repaired. Really is a gorgeous day. Yeah, breeze has dropped off to some extent. It's a little bit breezy. The sun is very strong, so I got a sunburn yesterday. Finally invested in some sun cream. Always leave it too late every spring to put the sun cream on. I'm always slightly suspicious of putting sun cream on that contains all sorts of chemicals onto my skin, but I don't know what's worse, the chemicals from the sun cream or the skin cancer from the sun rays. I think I can guess. That looks like a new sign put up. Does that mean they're actually doing some work up here or not? To repair the path. Footway closed. Okay, so they're not really doing anything. They've just elaborated on the bollards they had before. So I'm pretty sure I heard a swift yesterday screaming over the town. I couldn't see anything. Up in the blue sky above. There'll still be birds migrating through. At the moment, the swifts. I've still not had one yet this spring. They've been around elsewhere. But our ones settle on territory. It's a bit later. Lovely blackbird. Not actually sure where I'm walking, I haven't decided yet. Fairly aimlessly going in this direction. Where shall I go? Along there or up zigzag? Go this way, I think. Head up elevation a bit more. Chiff chaff just over there singing. Blue tit calling and a blackcap. See Ventnor Haven through there. It's great for little migrant birds along here. Steephill Down Road, Soapsuds Alley. Especially in the autumn. This edge, when it's sunny, just warms up really quickly. Head up this way a little bit, not sure how far I'll go. Section of the road up to the golf course has dropped quite a bit again. Continually dropping off this section. Quite a step now, 2 inches. Carry on up the track a little way, I think. Let me know if you've ever walked up here. There's a kestrel directly above. Yeah, let me know if you've come up to Steephill Down or Rue Down. The nature reserve's called Rue Down. When I lived in a house just behind me, off to the east on Ocean View Road, I used to come up here every day. Less often these days, just because I'm really lazy. I'm quite busy doing writing and nice white throat there. Good to see they're back up here on territory now. Somebody remind me what this shrub is called. It's not wayfaring tree, viburnum, or it might be. Honestly, can't remember. It's one of the native shrubs on chalk. Calcium calcareous loving kind of species. Beautiful flowers. And red berries, if I remember rightly. Is it wayfaring tree? Could be. Viburnum opulus, opulus. Answers on a postcode or on a postcard, or alternatively just comment in the comment section of this video down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more of me wittering on about Ventnor and van life and car life, whatever it is I do now. Lovely white throat. Blackthorn is still in flower up here. So just off to the left here, or straight on really, so the road goes up to the right and the public path goes straight ahead to the left of the road. So I'm just going to walk along there a little bit towards the pillboxes at the top, or the pillbox, if that's what it is. We'll see in a minute. So yeah, the public footpath does go up that way onto the golf course. I'm going to go down this way. Eventually it comes out at the rugby club down here. So this morning was quite productive. As ever, I got a coffee at 9 in the morning. And well, uploaded a video from Steephill Cove first thing. And did half an hour of writing, helping out in the museum again, so I had to be there for 10 AM. Lovely little copse here with some red squirrels and dormice, and this area of old hazel. Well, it's not old, but an area of hazel, which I think has been coppiced in the past. Be interesting to find out the history of this little copse on Rue Down, local nature reserve. If anyone knows what the background is to the copse, let me know in the comments section. What a gorgeous day. I have put sun cream on, but I think I could do with topping it up. And I'm a long way from Ventnor Bay, which is where my sun cream is. Wasn't going to come up this far, but definitely glad I did, because it's absolutely cracking up here. In more ways than one. The road where I just came up had both dropped by about 2 inches, and there was a massive crack in it just a little further up where it's crossing the graben at the top end. Not good. Looking west now, kind of walking west towards the rugby club. Rue Down local nature reserve off to the left, and Steephill Down golf course off to the right. It's a buzzard just ahead of us, hanging in the wind. It's not hovering because it's not flapping its wings as such, it's just manoeuvring them to catch the air currents. But yeah, kestrels do genuine hovering where they flap their wings frantically, whereas a buzzard will do what it just did there, which is just kind of flap its wings a bit, but otherwise manoeuvre its wings to stay airborne in the air currents. Probably looking for earthworms, which is one of their, well, earthworms and beetles, one of their favourite food resources, and voles and mice and that sort of thing. And there's a little pillbox just there. Just going to have a quick look at the pillbox. There's a lovely bench right next to it, which I used to sit at all the time. Enjoy this cracking view. So if anyone wants to, in the comments section, tell me a bit more about this pillbox. I can't really say anything about it because I don't know anything about it apart from it's there. It's quite a good shelter in late autumn when I'm up here watching the migrants go through. So bird migration here is just brilliant. Just one of those spots where it gets compressed. So if you sit on this bench and just look out towards the sea, you get heaps of swallows and martins going through, either east or west, looking west at the moment. And finch flocks, goldfinches, siskins, linnets, redpoles some years. It's got to be one of the best visible migration areas on the south coast, although the last couple of years have been a bit rubbish. When it is a good year, it's really, really good here. Just see the turbulence off of Dunnows and Monk's Bay over there, the white choppiness in the sea just offshore. Let's have a quick look at this. I don't think there's a plaque or anything. It's a shame these things aren't looked after properly. Just kind of they're just there really. So I assume there was some sort of cannon-y type thing or whatever it would have been. You tell me. Wow, to think people actually hung out in here protecting us all from incoming nasties. Show how much I know about it. Like I say, do educate me in the comments section to this video. Right, I'm going to go back up this way, but I'm going to drop down to the rugby club, I think. So it's now 1 PM and I need to be back down in the bay at 3 PM, so plenty of time, but I do want to give myself half hour to have a cup of coffee down there and do a bit more writing. It's kind of the transition here between the chalk slopes just down there and the gravel top here, where the gorse begins to appear. Actually, there is gorse down on that lower slope as well, so some of the gravel, the acidic conditions must extend a bit further down. And of course there are Dartford warblers in the south of the Isle of Wight, which is a very rare species. Strongly protected, so don't come and photograph them. But they love the gorse. First described in Dartford in Kent, I believe, hence the Dartford warbler name. But they occur on heathlands, so heather and gorse habitats, kind of shrubland habitat, and also on chalk heath, like this area where you've got a gravel cap on top of the chalky soils, giving rise to that kind of contrast of chalky calcareous grassland below, and then on the summit where there's the gravel, very acidic conditions. So up on the summit here you've got the golf course, but you've also got areas of acid grassland, which is where the oh, what can I hear? Linnets and magpie. So yeah, you've got the old small copper butterfly on the more acidy soils. There's a bee fly just there. Probably fly off before I can zoom in. There he is, basking in the sun. Bombus major, I think, the bigger one. Don't know if that's in focus, I can't really tell from here. So still looking west, and the this Watcombe bottom, this little vale down there is where the rugby club is at the base. These slopes were in the 90s much more open chalk grassland, but it's undesignated, oddly enough. You know, as in it's not a site of special scientific or interest or anything, and it's been allowed to turn from chalk grassland to kind of mixed woodlands being dominated by holm oaks which is a real shame because chalk grassland is a much more scarce and valuable habitat than monodominant stands of holmix, but it is what it is. So we're just going to drop down now to Watcombe Bottom. Haven't heard any Dartford warblers. Little scratchy, quiet song. Just hear the skylarks in the distance. Skylarks are very common up on the summits here, in both the rough grassy fields that are grazed by sheep and cattle and on the arable. Probably do better on the arable, to be honest. So back in the day, before I was very old, I would have gone up that way, carried on for a couple more hours up to Stenbury, but because I'm very old, I'm going to go that way. Down slope, back towards Ventnor Bay. Common blue butterfly. So it's not too long now before the rarer butterflies, the scarcer ones, begin to emerge. The Glanville fritillaries and dark green fritillaries and Adonis blues and chalk-hill blues, which are a lot more common on the chalk, and marbled whites, of course. They're gorgeous. Certainly get lots of videos of those in the summer. There's a rugby club. No hoopoes that I can see on the swards. Right, they're going to walk back east along Whitwell Road, back down into Ventnor. Really need a cup of coffee now. Which reminds me, thank you everyone who's supported me on buymeacoffee.com, which both keeps me supplied with caffeine and I'm also saving some of those donations to invest in a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera system with a gimbal, so you can watch my videos without getting annoyed by all the bobbing up and down. I really need a gimbal. So beautiful view looking down as the Ventnor Botanical Gardens there. The Rugby Club and Steephill Down over there. And then this way looking southwest, Bank End Farm and Woody Head. Woody Bay over there in the distance. High Hat over there. But we're going to walk east. So there's little benches along here, and this is a brilliant place to watch that bird migration again. As I said before, the birds are compressed into this narrow undercliff, this narrow space. And in good conditions, it can be really, really good watching the birds go overhead. East or west, depending on the wind direction and the conditions. So come up here in, well, early morning, in mid-September, October, November, early November, and you can be treated to quite a spectacle if the conditions are good for it. So any time between kind of just after dawn to about 9:30. Later it carries on through the day if the conditions are appropriate for that, but generally speaking it's the peak is earlier in the morning before 9 AM. But yeah, if you just sit on one of the benches here in early October, say, it could be a real treat watching all the swallows and martins and finches going through. Yeah, maybe sitting on one of the benches isn't an option. Good old Isle of Wight Council. These people here have amazing views, don't they? Can't beat it, really. Now, this bench is still intact. Yeah, I might need to trim those down a bit. There's a field maple there that's got quite tall. Ash tree over there. Ouch. Getting done in by the stinging nettles. Pretty sure they're targeting me, to be honest. Just heading down Lower Gills Cliff now, just back down towards the bay. Pair of kestrels here. Probably can't hear the call. Back down to the closure on Gills Cliff now. Tell me what you think about the sound quality. I can't tell if it's picking up the birds until I listen to it when I put the video together. Hopefully it is. Apparently this section remains a bit risky. Some massive slabs of rock came off a while ago and demolished the traffic lights down the bottom. And I think the current plan is to net it all, put nets on to hold it all up. Stop anything coming right down and landing on a vehicle. Good luck with that. Back down we go. Back down to the bay. Who's that on the path ahead? What lizard? Ah dear, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Do subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. There'll be more videos tomorrow, of course. And yeah, do subscribe, do like the video. If you want to help support the video creation process, send me a like, or a thanks, which is a small donation, which you can press a little button at the side of the video description, which will allow you to do that. And that will be me for now. I will see you on the next video.